What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and let's go straight to the point and talk about some ridiculous Russian propaganda. Yeah! Okay, so today the first thing to talk about is Wagner being back in Ukraine, which is the headline that the Russian propaganda was giving in the Russian media, state channels, all this kind of stuff, but the reality is not that, to be honest, incredible. I don't know if you wanna say it's incredible. Long story short, what happened is that the representatives of Wagner private company, they decided to create a video game, which is basically the actions of Wagner in Ukraine, and yeah, they even included the 3D model of our Prigozhin. So like, yeah, the main thing once again here is for the Russian propaganda to put this into the headlines. And then Russian people are like, okay, so Wagner is back in Ukraine, finally we're gonna start winning, like all this kind of stuff. But yes, you can see, it is not as extraordinary as you might think, reading the headline for the very first time. So yeah, guys, please let me know in the comments down below if you would like to play in this game, at least to see Prigozhin once again for all time's sakes, and if you do want to play it, can you please simply like this video, subscribe to my channel. I will see if the average number of subscribers for this particular video is higher than average. It means that this game can be yourself a particular success. And as always, you can also follow me on Instagram. I am posting there dead stories at this point every single day. The link is down below. Right. It is time to get serious, and first of all, let's talk about the Pentagon refusing to help Ukraine in one particular thing. Then I'm gonna give you a quick update from the and that Russians allegedly, supposedly, reportedly, only according to them, were able to put Kyrylo Budanov to sleep. And so yes, to begin with, I think at this point majority of you already know that one of the most important things that Ukrainians need at this very moment is the air defense. So specifically there are negotiations about transporting Patriots and samp-ts to Ukraine, and at this very moment some particular agreements were reached, at least with Germany, so this country is planning to send at least one of Patriot air defense systems to Ukraine, which will be a significant assistance, because Ukraine does not have that many of them anyways, and the only place where they do keep them is above major cities such as, for example, the capital Kiev. But what is a very controversial statement that happened over the last several days is that according to the representative of the Pentagon, John Kirby, America will not be helping Ukraine intercepting aerial targets just the same way they did when our which is like so many people immediately said like, how is this possible? Why you immediately help one country and then you kind of make it look like you do help Ukraine, but at the same time you do nothing. You even openly state that you are not going to help them. In response to that, John Kirby mentioned, simply to summarize it, guys, you don't understand, this is different. Once again, Ukrainians are eternally thankful to America and many other countries for its support against this special military operation against Russia. But statements like this, they are obviously extremely controversial. So guys, I do really want to know what do you think about this particular statement. Please also let us know down below in the comments. If you also remember, several days ago, America was also extremely against Ukraine attacking the oil-related industry inside Russia. And well, it looks like that it is Ukraine who is trying to prevent Russia from advancing. It is Ukraine who is fighting back, but it is America who is dictating the rules of this theater of. In response to that, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Mr. Dmytro Kuleba, he did say that we're not going to listen to America, we're not going to take your advice, we will continue. We think are worth because it is our confrontation, so we are the only ones who can decide what to do and what not to do. Besides that, Ukraine also decided to take the matters in its own hands, literally, so they will be modifying Neptune metallic cylinders and they will have a new increased range of at least reportedly around 1000 kilometers, and they also want to scale the production itself by 10 times. And at this map right here, you will be able to see that Ukrainians will be able pretty much to target majority of nearby airfields on the territory of Russia, pretty much the entire Black Sea Fleet, wherever it is located. So pretty much, as you can see, yes, Ukraine is a little bit tired of waiting for help, so they decided to like, okay guys, it is time to do things ourselves. Alright, now let's briefly switch our attention to the south and the east of Ukraine, but guys, before we continue, a quick disclaimer. In my previous video, if you remember, I was already playing with toys, in order not to say something that YouTube does not like, but apparently it was still not enough for this platform. I mean, this was absolutely ridiculous. I've spent 11 different versions of my previous episode to upload it, to be accepted finally by YouTube. 11 different versions of me playing with toys. And apparently it was one fragment when I was, I guess, playing too hard. Well, today let's try different approach. So I bought some army-related, army-looking toys, as you can see right here. I'll be playing with them on the table. I will use different cameras so you can see everything properly. Let's see if this one will pass with this platform. Otherwise, unfortunately, I will have to remove this chapter entirely, and then you will be able to see full, free and uncensored version on my Patreon. Guys, don't worry, I'm not going to charge you anything for seeing these episodes. I'm just trying to look for the solution for this never-ending problem. And then another, I would say the most extraordinary, ridiculous event which happened recently, at least according to Russian, is that Kyrylo Budanov, he was supposedly put to sleep. And yes, once again guys, you did hear it right. Russians, at least Russian propaganda, they did say that every single Ukrainian Telegram, WhatsApp group, every single Ukrainian media was reporting on this. And then Russians were like, who is even this Budanov? They researched it and, well, apparently he's a pretty significant figure, so I guess, yeah, let's make a news about this. They did publish it, and well, apparently, you know what, I do read both Russian and Ukrainian news sources. I have not seen in any single Ukrainian media that this event was reported. It was only Russians saying that Ukrainians, they do say it. Apparently, in this settlement called Chuguiv in Kharkov, there was a recent activity by Russians, and as a result of this activity, Kyrylo Budanov, once again, he took longer than expected nap. And you know what, guys, I will give the army the benefit of a doubt, even though the probability of this actually happening, I would say, is in between 0.1 and 0.15%. But yeah, well, we are the news media, we have to report both sides of the same story, so, well, there you have it. And just one last quick thing about this platform is that recently I started working twice longer on pleasing this platform and being able to upload here instead of actually focusing on creating the best content possible. But it looks like that still there are some internal restrictions placed upon my channel because the number of views, the statistics, it simply does not lie. They went down significantly. Guys, for this reason I would sincerely appreciate your support right now. It matters more than ever. Please go ahead and check my Patreon. There's fully uncensored everything you can find right there. Please also subscribe to my channel, like this video. Don't forget about the merch, the cases, the hoodie, the new t-shirts. Everything is much better quality than it used to be. Go ahead and check, please guys, links down below. Thanks so much for watching and see you tomorrow.